You know how we talk about the left pushing a Handmaid's Tale version of America designed to scare you into voting for Democrats? Well, as it turns out, they're only just now getting started. A progressive fundraising group has released a stunning new ad. Watch this.
I had a really good time today.
Yeah, me too. I really look.
What are you doing?
She's coming with us.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're rounding up illegals.
She was born here. She's a citizen.
I don't care. She looks like one of them. But don't worry. When she's in prison in El Salvador, she'll have lots of company.
I mean, it's so over the top. What are you going to do but laugh? Now, the funny thing is, if that were just an ad by some progressive group and didn't reflect the broader thoughts of the people that the left are driving insane on the streets of America, that would be one thing. But Democratic politicians also have fallen away into their fever dream of the Handmaid's Tale, and they totally have lost the ability to distinguish between illegal immigrants and immigrants. Here is New York City mayoral candidate Brad Lander, who was handcuffed this week for getting in the way of ICE agents.
To say about who two of the agents were, because this was kind of remarkable in itself. Like, the arresting officer is a Pakistani Muslim who lives in Brighton Beach, and the second officer is an Indo-Guyanese immigrant who lives in South Ozone Park in Queens. Both immigrants.
What does that say to you, that the fact that the gentlemen that did this, that are there in immigration court, are themselves immigrants?
Yeah, I mean, it says to me that, you know, what Trump is trying to do is to drive a wedge into our country.
What? What does that say to you? That your arresting officer was an immigrant? Well, it says to me that Trump is trying to drive a wedge. A wedge between what? Perhaps the wedge exists, and it's the wedge between illegality and legality. Joining me now to continue our conversation from yesterday is Richard Yepes, who came to the United States legally from Venezuela in 1989. I don't know. By the way, Richard, great to have you back. We thought you were fascinating and not near enough time to explore your story. I don't know if it's intentional stupidity or just natural stupidity, but their unwillingness to see the difference between you, for example, and I guess a Trinidad Aragua member who immigrated here illegally in the past 2 years.
This is actually, as I was watching this video, it emphasizes the trend of the culture of fear, which has been working very well as far as an agenda, political agenda that has been taking place for years in America. You know, as an immigrant, I already understand my position. I already know I'm a naturalized American citizen. So I've made certain personal adjustments based on the fact that, yes, there might be a chance that I go out and somebody will want to see my documents. And for the sake of being safe, not only to myself, but to my family, I carry all my documents. I carry a copy of my U.S. passport. I actually have global entry, so I can just quickly get in and out of the country. I have TSA pre-check and all these documentations that can certify that I'm here as a naturalized citizen, and I have a life and I have a purpose in America as a society. So for people to come and try to...
Go ahead, Richard.
No, I was just saying that for people to try to intimidate me because this thing's going on, you just said it right. I mean, there's a huge difference between being illegal in this country under the means of what was being promoted as, hey, let's promote illegal aliens to come into our country. And not only that, but also let's sell them as this false sense of entitlement that they're going to come here waiting for something to be given to them.
Right.
And that whole concept, it just blows my mind.
Well, that's what I was going to sadly interrupt you there for a moment. My apologies for that. But that's what I was going to say. Like, what do you think that says to you? And for that matter, it doesn't stop with you. So I'm listening to this mayoral candidate in New York City, and I'm watching this ad, and I see the people that Democratic politicians have championed for over the past couple of months. And it seems designed to say there's no difference between an illegal and a legal immigrant. There's no difference then from the legal immigrant to the person in America who may look like a legal immigrant. And the fear spectrum they try to push is you are seeing the law enforced on illegal immigrants, but your girlfriend who you've been dating, according to that ad, should be afraid? Because there's no difference. That's what they're suggesting. There's no difference between any of you. Illegal immigrant, legal immigrant, criminal illegal immigrant, your girlfriend. They're saying, in a very racist way, you're all the same.
Absolutely. And what's really interesting about this whole scenario is that now profiling immigrants based on their external look becomes convenient depending on the circumstances. In this case, if the arresting officers in the case of this Democrat in New York had certain looks that may lead them to believe that this person came from a different country, or they don't fit the profile of your traditional white Caucasian person, it doesn't really matter. That's why this individuals carry in the uniform, and that uniform speaks in volumes so much higher. They have a constitutional right backed up by the government, and they're executing a job regardless of where they came from. They're already here. They're U.S. citizens, and they're enforcing the law. That's the core value of this country. Enforcing the law, this is one thing that we've been losing for many years now.
Agreed. That's all it's about. In the end, it's about the rule of law. Hey, Richard, thanks for coming back for a second day. We've enjoyed the conversation both times.
My pleasure.
Hey, it's Will Cain. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.